XBL Mind Games here, ready to bring you my match of the Pokemon Fantasy Battle League. Now I did this match a little differently this time. I wasn't able to record it while I was playing, so I decided to do a post narration for this one. And I will say this is one of the matches where I really had to think a lot. And looking at his team, I knew Gengar pretty much walled his entire team, so that's the one Pokemon I had to keep alive, especially for that Chansey, because Chansey has nothing for Gengar. It can't Toxic me, it can't go for a Seismic Toss. The only thing it can really do is go for a Fire Blast, which not many Chanseys carry. And this was a really good match. It was well played on both sides. Gengar was a huge part of this match, as you guys will find out and see. Now, this was one Pokemon I was really worried about, was called Cofagrigus. Everyone runs different sets, and I don't know which set he ran. Right here, I was predicting the Will-O-Wisp. So I go out into Mega Kangaskhan, not thinking that I have to Mega Evolve. I couldn't go for the Facade because I would lose my Scrappy ability. So that wasn't really good play on my part, as he does go for the Willow here, but unfortunately I do avoid it, which really helped me out later in the match. So I go on the Darmanitan predicting the second Will-O-Wisp, as I do. And I go for an Earthquake because I don't want to get the Mummy ability on Darmanitan just yet. Does get the knocks off my Choice Scarf, which isn't really a big deal. Nothing in his team is really too fast. That really worried me about losing my Choice Scarf. But now looking back, seeing how much that Flare Blitz did, I really wish I would have went for it on the first turn. And probably would have knocked out this Cofagrigus really early. Now he does get the Pain Slit off, and he's going to be able to live another Flare Blitz simply because of the Lefty's recovery now and Pain Split. He does make a good play, he does switches out, goes out into Landorus. And I believe I go for another Flare. I go for a Rock Slide, predicting the switch out. I wasn't predicting the Landorus, but I realized that I have no more Sheer Force, so I could get a flinch if he did try to stay in. So I do make the safe switch in, go into Slowbro, which was my first shiny Pokemon I ever hatched. That's why his name is Ryan. So my name is Ryan. And this Chansey, every time Chansey came in, and I put Side Shock on the Slowbro just for Chansey, by the way. Doesn't do much, but it does more than a Psychic would have done. Every time I seen this Chansey come in, I went to Gengar. I did not, after watching his other matches, I did not want his Chansey to do anything that it does in the other matches, where it soft boils, Aromatherapy or Heal Bell, whatever which one it carried, and then Toxic, and then Seismic Toss. So I don't want him doing any of that to my team, especially since my team has a huge fighting weakness. Even though Seismic Toss only does 50% or 50 damage because it does your level. But this Roserade doesn't take a Sludge Bomb too well. Now I know a Shadow Ball will kill. Ooh. Does take out the Roserade, so Gengar does get one kill, and it's a crit just to make sure. I do get my Black Sludge life back. Out comes in the Landorus, knowing I can take one hit of what it wants to throw at me. Because of the substitute, I do decide to stay in. Get one Shadow Ball off. Does a decent amount. Knowing obviously I can't live a Stone Edge from this thing, I do switch out into Slowbro. Brian. As he goes for another Stone Edge, I know I can take it. Especially with the leftovers regenerator. That's right, as of right now, that is my wall. Goes for another Stone Edge. Unfortunately, he does miss it. I do go for the safe Scald. And I do pick up the KO on Landorus, which is huge. Any Pokemon like that is just not good to have along when a late game comes around. So, Chansey comes in. Don't want anybody on my team getting a Toxic, so I do switch right out into Gengar. As he does still go for the Toxic. I love the way Gengar moves. Should have Gengar and Hitmontop on one side. Would be the best. As predicting the switch out, I do go to get another free sub up. See what this Machamp wants to do to me. Go for a Sludge Bomb, hoping for a poison. I do not get one that turn. He goes for the knockoff. Doesn't matter because I'm within the substitute. But I really do not want to lose my Black Sludge because I need to save this Gengar for Chansey. So I'm thinking, which Pokemon do I not want to lose their item on? Darmanitan or Kangaskhan? I do go out in the Darmanitan because he's already lost his item, knowing I can live one more knockoff, completely forgetting that Machamp can Bullet Punch. So really bad play on my part. But I did have to sack somebody out because I did not want to lose an item on anybody. I did bring in a different Azumarill this week, which I really didn't get to use him the way I wanted it to, but I do break through, go get the Play Rough off, pick up the KO on the Machamp. And he had a big fairy weakness on his team too. I believe I KO 2 or 3 Pokemon with the Azumarill. As he doubles out, predicting my Gengar switch, which was really, really good. Which I believe I did predict. I did not, actually. That was a really good play on his part, baiting my Gengar to come out. But knowing I'm faster, I can go for as a substitute, see if he does carry the knockoff on his Conkeldurr, which he does. Which I have no problem with that. So I can just switch right back out into Kangaskhan. Or a Slowbro, which I don't think I go into Slowbro because I don't want to get the knockoff. Go into the Azumarill because it does resist the knockoff. And I do lose my Citrus Berry right when I can use it. And I do resist the Drain Punch. So Azumarill just walls Conkeldurr now because of the fairy. Go for a Play Rough. And then an Aqua Jet does take him out. So the Mach Punch isn't going to do anything. Aqua Jet takes him out. Azumarill gets another KO. And he took out both of his fighting Pokemon. And I go for another Play Rough. Doesn't do too much. I do lose my huge power, so now Azumarill is completely useless against this thing. Goes for the Shadow Ball. Does take me out. Gets a crit just to rub it in. So I go out. Right here, I had to go out into Gengar. They had to kill this thing. Once this thing goes, I know I have the game match because I believe he only has his Chansey left now. And like I said earlier, Chansey cannot do anything to Gengar. Literally nothing. So I have free reign to go for free Sludge Bombs and not take any damage. So that was a well thought out match on both sides. Just unfortunate for him, Gengar was in this match. And that was the one Pokemon that I had to bring to counter that Chansey, and it worked out perfectly as I hoped it would. And just also helped that Azumarill countered 2 of his Pokemon And I'm glad I killed that Machamp earlier, which he just got the Machamp from a trade with the Pittsburgh Steelix. Actually, he got rid of Diggersby, traded for Machamp. So I want to see if the Pittsburgh Steelix uses Diggersby next week on the new team. And you can just see how much of a wall Chansey is. Taking stabs, sludge bombs from Gengar and doing nothing. Poison sped things up a little bit, so that helped a lot. It was a really good match on both sides. He played really well, played really smart, did everything he had to do. It's just Gengar came into town and just wouldn't allow it. But good game, man. Hope you get a victory next week. Have a good one, guys.